Today nothing special, just do a rear brake. Now this is Toyota and Sienna, so all the Toyota that have drum, or even some other manufacturer, they do have drum, and the way the drum work is very similar to uh, each other. Some have a dual servo, some have single servo, and but the drum braking is have a brake shoe, right? So they pretty much the same. If you know how to do one, you should know how to do the other. Okay, not very special, but drum work is more difficult than a disc work. The braking system is not as good as the disc. And I can see that some other Toyota, like 2016 Toyota, still have drum on it. When they first came out, a lot of people question on that Toyota, why you have drum? And then one of the Toyota rep would say drum is better. My opinion, drum is not better. Okay, the braking is not good, and to replace, much difficult. There's two holes right here, and you can find a metric bolt like this. It doesn't matter how long, as long you can grab it. Put the 12 millimeter metric bolt. This thread is 1.25, so you can using this too. On this is easy to pull it out, but if it's too hard, then you have to screw this in to push this to pull the rotor out. I mean the drum out. I have an air show. One second. So you have a lot of component when you see the drum like this. But don't worry. If you don't know what to do, okay, don't take the other sides apart. That side is your teacher. I mean your diagram. And take one side out first. Finish this side, and then you can go on the other side and disassemble on the other side. Because if you do in both sides, then you don't remember what all the clamp, the spring load and all that stuff, where it go. For myself, I know because I've done it many times. But for you, maybe a second time, or maybe long times ago, then don't do that. Just finish one side and let the other side is your diagram, and then you can go back and forth to see if you correcting, you adjusting, or you put all the spring in right. Okay, so that is my recommendation for you. So if you buy aftermarket brake shoe, sometimes making noise when you are on traffic, stop and go. So why? I don't know. Maybe the quality of the shoe that they're making is more ceramic, and this is not really a ceramic, 100% ceramic, and this is very smooth. It's not like rough like aftermarket stuff. Maybe that causing it, I'm not sure. Especially for the Toyota Sienna, I'm not sure other car is making that noise, but Toyota Sienna does make that noise all the time. So recommend it, just buy from Toyota on that brake shoe. So if we work at home, don't have a lot of tool, I cut out a socket like this. So to push that right here, see that? The reason I cut it, so I can see through here when I push this little thing here and turn it like that. So you got loose like this. Okay, very easy. You can buy the one that made it for doing this brake job, but you don't need it. Okay, you don't need it. And I have this ring plier. The ring plier to grab this spring right here. That's all. You can make your own tool for it. It's nothing special. If you go to some mechanic, they will say you have to have this. You have to have like brand name tool to do all that stuff. Myself, screwdriver, I can push that. You know, you don't have to have expensive tool to do all that stuff. So detention this right here. Take this out, and then take out. You can do what you have to do is turn this wheel a little bit closer so the spring load is not too tight. But on this right here, you don't if you don't do it, it's okay. See that? Look pretty easy, isn't it? Take this out. Same thing this side. Pull this open like that and slide out. That's it. You can sand this out, and sometimes this make noise. Make sure you sand it smooth and put some grease to it. Okay, after you're done sanding, you can clean this out, all the dust. Okay, disassemble the old one and to put on the new one. So if you taking out from what you take, you know, to the new one, you do exactly like that. Mistake is very little. This brake shoe is pretty damn new, but they want to change in it, so I just changing a brand new brake shoe. Okay, so this right here, just flip this over using your screwdriver to push this pin out. So if you don't have the new clip, you can reuse this one right here, but if you buy this from Toyota, they probably have 4 new clip. Okay, I don't know how other people work on this, but for me, I only use 2 screwdrivers to push these things out. So take this out. And then matching with the new one, put it back in here, same. And then you put this on top like that. And lock it in with the new pin. You can do either one first, don't matter, as long as you get it in. So for me, you can use any plier, or you can use a ring plier like mine. That. Okay. On this right here, I just take this out, put a little bit of grease in here and close this down all the way so you don't have a lot of spring load when you put this back in. Okay, put a little bit of grease in. Same thing here. For all 6 spots. I lubricate a little bit right here too. This right here. So I have some. Time to put this back. Go back inside here. Pull this. Some car is hard to pull this cable because like Chevy S10, especially Chevy S10, is very hard to take this cable here out because it's not easy to push like this on the Chevy. Okay, but on this right here it's easy, and just push like that. You know, put this, go right here, hang it in there. So for me, I like to lock it in this side first with the spring. Okay. My glove. Then using my special socket cut. If you have a socket lay around, then cut one of your to do this, so you don't have to buy so many tools. See how easy, isn't it? Because you can see through, then you use your finger to turn the other way and back here. So that makes your job much easier. Then you don't have this, you know. Okay. And then you can put this in like this. But on this part right here, you don't have to put it first. What you have to do is put this to lock in first. Okay. Same thing the other way, like this. If you don't have this, to do this one is pretty, you know, challenging because it kind of tight, you know. Alright, so let me go to the bottom here, plug this in, slide this clip right here, grab this right here, and drop it right here. Okay. Okay. You can push this right here, or you can use a screwdriver to do that. It's the same thing, but I have this ring here. I can use this ring to hold it and push in. It don't matter. Either way, you can use a screwdriver to push and slide in like that, and pretty much it's the same thing. Don't have to buy another tool like this. You know, you just hook it up to and slice in. That's pretty easy. So now it's time to put this key, stopping keys in. and just hook it up down here. Okay. That's it. Okay. And now it's time to adjusting to make sure it's fit. That's all. Okay. Adjusting is you have to put the drum in. See it right now? Too loose. So that means you have to adjust to make a lot tighter. Okay. So click down. So make sure my camera can see it so you know what I talk about all the time. Okay. Use your screwdriver. Slowly push like this to get it opening. So this will tighten out the drum. Don't do too tight. If you do too tight, this will lock the brake, so you get in trouble. Okay. Too loose, maybe your e-brake doesn't work either because your e-brake doesn't grab it. Okay. Because the e-brake is work with this right here too. Okay, let me try one more time. Almost there. Okay. So make sure you play around, tap it to make sure all this has to be evenly, so it will have go smoothly. Sometimes you don't tap it to make it smoothly, then you feel like, oh, it's already tight, but it's not. Okay. So right now, almost there. Okay. Still loose. So you have to do a couple times to make sure they are fit and tight. Okay. See, right now cannot fit no more. It's too tight. So I have to return them back. So when you turn back, just put your finger like that and flip up. Okay. Let's see now. Okay. Perfectly. Okay. Now, if you did this side and you don't remember, you still don't remember how you do it, then leave it open. Don't put the drum yet. Just leave it open so you can come back and see the one you already done here. Okay. So now it's time to go do the other side, but to show you how to do it, and that's it. So now you know how to do your drum brake. Very easy, very simple tool. Screwdriver. If you have ring ply like this with plus, and you have a socket that will lay around, you don't need it, cut this off. Okay, put extensions like this on so you can push in. If you don't, you can use this ring ply to push like this. That works too, but it's more difficult than your socket. This socket is a 9/16, so which is, I don't really use 9/16 no more, so kind of waste socket. And nowadays people using standard very little. They use metric more than standard now. So this is Craftsman socket, but I just toss this to work for something else. So best tool is create your own. Okay. So now you know how to do your drum and know how to adjust your drum, all that stuff. And thank you for watching. Please help subscribe. My channel is need your help. If you have a question, just give me a message. I will get back to you when I done the other side. Thank you so much. Bye bye now.